Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of 15 Rune Gargoyle. We're currently making our way through Lair, and this game's going to be a little bit quicker, at least through these early game parts, in order to try to get to our extended game without doing 50 episodes. So, uh, yep, we'll be going a bit faster. I won't be explaining every little thing in this part of the game, but then I'll slow down a bit once we start getting to extended. New boots. +2. We may as well have the stealth, even though it doesn't do a lot for us. Alright. So we're playing with Oka, who's Okawaru. It's a fairly straightforward god. His main ability is that he gives you +5 to all of your fighting skills, and it's something that you should be using all the time whenever you have a non-trivial fight. Don't sit on that piety, there's really no point. It's funny because it happens for Trog as well, but mostly Okawaru. So they're both gifting gods who gift you weapons. In the case of Okawaru, he also gives you armor as well. But for new players especially, they tend to think of the two gods as gifting gods, as in like that's the main reason that you pick them, is because they give you gifts of good weapons. But you should actually think of it the other way. So the main strength of Okawaru is not the gifts, it's the +5 to all your melee skills, and then double speed attacks. And with Trog, it's all his abilities too. Your Berserk, particularly in the early game, but then also your Trog's Hand and your Brother in Arms. They're way better skills than your they're way more valuable than the weapon gifting is. Let's check this out. We probably should ID it, but we need to take the shield off. +8 die flail of electricity and MR. I feel like I'd rather use this. There's only one more level to get it at min delay. Well, I'll put this on B. I'll use both. The Curare is probably still better against breathing enemies, but ones that are poison resistance like this, we'll hit them with the elect. And then we'll just not worry about the shield. One of Scattershot. I'll turn it off. Oops, what did I just do? I just pressed something. Oh, well there's probably something that we're not going to pick up anymore. Where's my holy word? Why am I picking up holy word? I didn't want those. It's turned off. Oh, because I have one in my inventory. That's why. The planes. We want to. I could have dug a kill hole, but using a natural one here. They're poison resistance, I think. So we'll hit them with the Arlek. And then back to Curare for the regular ones. You never want to fight all this stuff at once. Okay, so we got strong wings now, so we can fly. Let's not have all these guys hit us at once. We'll go find some more natural features that allow us to fight one at a time. There we go. Slam that tab button. Really makes me want to speedrun again. Maybe I should have tried to do that before I started this game. Didn't think about it. I I have no idea what that is. I don't really want to find out either. I was sad about losing. I just immediately fired up the next game. So it looks like we got the sort of swamp ending. We want to be flying. There we go. That means this water doesn't affect us. Whoa. That was a good way to die. If you got slept right next to the Hydra like that. So all these downstairs are pretty sketchy. We have a glowing mace. That's no good. The most important thing about a weapon is its base type. And basically it's base damage. So mace is the bottom one, which is not very exciting. We're fighting too many guys at once. I think we're still okay. We have a lot of AC. So this looks a bit worse than it actually is, if we're just fighting one of them at a time. And this step. Yep, that's the better one, rather than the Dream Sheep one. Check my gold. Still a little bit off the Bear Spirit. Should fight them one at a time. And not accidentally tab off the stairs. That's not what you want. Let's have a look. If I do question mark and then the hash, we can have a look at our log file so far. And I want to see how many times I've used heroism. I've already used it 60 times. So I sometimes see games that are completely won by a newer player with Okawaru, and they'll have used this maybe 20 times over the whole game. We're still in Lair and we've already done 60. So I hope I'm illustrating to you that you should be using it all the time. Should switch to this one. Whenever you're fighting anything scary, you shouldn't be worried about using your piety, because it's such a small cost, and the gifts don't really matter that much, and you still get them. How many gifts have I had so far? Heaps. Let's not get Dream Sheeped. Especially not next to a Hydra. Let's dig a kill hole, fight them one at a time. Good. So our maces are nearly at 14, which is the Dire Flail min delay. There we go. Turn that off again. With if you have heavier weapons, this matters more in a 3-rune game, I guess. You don't need to train them. Like say I wanted to use that triple sword of freezing that we found earlier. Triple sword, I think you have to get to 25 skill for min delay. But if you consider that Okawaru will give you 5 extra skill points whenever you use heroism, you could train it to 20 and then leave it there. And then anything difficult where you use heroism, you get your min delay that way. But when we're talking about a weapon that's min delay at 14, it's not that much experience just to get it there. Phantom Mirror. Ooh, that's a lot of death yaks. Can we try to fight them one at a time? Yep. We'll do heroism again. We got a sling. Nice. Guess we can fight two at once. It's not so bad. Another slime altar. Ever since playing a slime troll, we've had one every game. We've got a magical cloak. Sacks of spiders are really good with evocations, which is something that we might train ultimately into the late game when we are sort of running out of things that we want to train. But I'm not going to pick it up now. Pretty much does nothing without evocations. You won't summon spiders at all, so you basically just waste the item. Acquirement. We could go a weapon. We could also go gold. That wouldn't be the worst decision with all that stuff that we could buy. But I quite like this weapon. I'm gonna go armor. Glowing boots. Boots of flying. Okay, well they do nothing because we already can fly. Let's wear this cloak. +2 of invis. I'm going to train 5 evocations for that. That's really useful. Most things through this part of the game, and even going into your third rune, can't see invis, so it's very useful to have it. And training 5 points is not really much of an investment. Whoa, okay. Well, apparently we're really strong, so we're just fighting all this stuff. All my force maws from these invisible wizards hitting me. Where were these force maws with the sorcerer? Don't worry, I'm not salty at all. I'm a bit salty. Not salty, I'm just a bit confused. Anyway, let's not linger on that one. How many digging do I have? 6 still. Okay. So we could kill hole in here. I want to. Whoops! I went the wrong way. I want to get to the priest because he is by far the one that does the most damage there. Because he can smite me and ignore my large amounts of armor. Innate. So I guess we'll heroism. Dodging to 7. Alright, Ogre Mages can do a lot of damage. They can Crystal Sphere. So I'm going to Heroism. If we XV him, we're going to have Paralyzed. 16% chance. Nope, that would suck. To die to Paralysis. Let's not fight all these guys like this. We got a new cloak. Take this guy up. And then we'll Heroism. And I guess we may as well Stair Pool while we still have our Heroism going. New Stair. The fact that there are only 2 down there as well indicate that there's another part of the level that we haven't seen yet. No, Stone Giants. We should just die to the poison. He's not. Well, we got him anyway. Ow. It hurts as a sorcerer. A little bit triggered. So we got the force more that time. Orc Sorcerer comes into view. Never got that message on the Merfolk. Ooh, magic resistance. That's really good, but I think I'd rather have invis. Because we have a ring, so we're not having no MR, and we know we're going to be getting the Hat of the Bear Spirit very soon. Probably even now. Yeah, we can afford it. Alright. Once I kill this pack, I'll go up. There's an invis mage. There he is. Ogre mage. Might die to poison. Got him. Alright, let's go get our Hat of the Bear Spirit. Never worry about being paralyzed again. Good. We'll drop our hat that gave us RC. No RC, but this is way better. We get 2 extra points of MR, so we have almost max. Do you have any more gold? We have 3 blinking anyway, so that's fine. Let's go back to Orc 2. The Orc Warlord's really scary. He can't see Invis though, so we got it first go. We had a 60% chance to get Invis there, and we did it in 1. So none of these Orcs can see me. The only Orc who can see Invis are Sorcerers. Back in view, but all the dangerous stuff is dead now. And I should check if there's a glowing plate armor. There is. Yeah, that Orc Warlord had one. So let's see what his plate armor was. I'll kill the troll first. Alright. Cold resistance, okay. Very aptly timed. Gonna drop the shield too. We threw out our cold resist hat and immediately found a plate armor. Etten is a bit scary. Again, heroism, good ability. Hold down our tab. Don't do that. But we did it. We're very strong at the moment. We have 41 AC at this point in the game. That's nuts. That -1 cloak doesn't really do anything for us. Our elect we have, it's MR plus, so that's also something we don't really care about that much. Let's grab... Well, let's see what else are in the shops, but the might and the heal wounds are the things we most care about here. Okay. Scythe finisher. Interesting. Hey, lots of gold. Got another Orc Warlord. Same thing, we're going to Heroism and then go Invis. Once we're Invis and they can't see us, I'm not worried about Finesse, so double speed attacks, because this is strong enough. Did he have? No, he didn't. You can check again, just search for plate. No, it's just that one in the shop. But I'm pretty happy with cold resist for now, because that's the one thing that we wouldn't otherwise have. So there's our Orc done. Let's go finish the dungeon. Oh, we need to go down. And what's the next thing I want to buy? I guess the acquirement for more armor. Again, an amulet I don't really want to test. Book of Summonings. No. Aura of Abjuration isn't the worst spell ever, but for my 15 rune melee characters like this, I don't really go into summoning for utility. I thought I had seen Viz on something. It might have been my old hat. Anyway, the Force Maws. We've got to fight all the Force Maws to get back into this hallway. Alright. So now that there's only one tile it can hit me from, I hit Control to swing without moving, and I just swing in front of me. Very hard to fight with a mace if you don't know what direction it's in. Okay, look bugged. More shops. So just another ruined cloak. I don't think I care about that. I'm pretty happy with this one. Because what else would I get? I've got magic resist as well. Normal cloaks that we'd see would be poison resist, which again we don't care about. Let's do one of our 3 potions, which is flight. We'll drop that, and I'm just going to drop this demon trident. As curious as I am to know what it is, I really don't need it. This is working out just fine. Vulnerability. Should stop and not explore while I'm vulnerable, in case I find a magic user somewhere. Got a pair of glowing gloves. Gloves of archery. Interesting. I mean, we could always pick up a crossbow. It's always interesting, but I don't know. Don't really need to. Book of Clouds. Nope. There's Rupert. This is where having all that MR helps, because if we XV him, 0% chance paralyze, 0 confuse, really good. So we're going to go heroism and finesse, and then we should be fine now. Could cloud him, but I think we're okay. Even Berserk, we can still just fight him, because we have 46 AC, which is insane. It's Gargoyle life having insane armor. Alright, we have a ring I haven't seen yet, +3 evasion. I'd prefer that to the magic, I think, because we still have enough. Planes. So I can always switch to magic protection if I see something that requires it. Stressing that if I see it. Brilliance. We're not going to be using spells for a long time, but I guess it doesn't hurt to carry them for now. And yeah, okay, I'm already focusing fighting, that's fine. Getting more fighting is really important on your gargoyle because you have such low AC. We have 17 fighting skill and only 107 HP. It's pretty nuts. Summoning. We just got strength on that level up, so we're at 18 strength, which is the strength required for our plate armor, but we potentially are going to have gold dragon armor or crystal plate, which requires 23 strength, so we're going to keep leveling strength for a while whenever we get the choice. The Axe of the End Times. I don't think I know that. I wonder if that's new. So heroism and invis. The dragon can't see invis, but I think we did that at the start, so you should know that. Alright. This is an interesting cold themed vault. Where's the Axe of the End Times? It doesn't tell me. Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet this is a manual of ice magic and one of ice blast. We also have another amulet. I guess I should try these on. If I get faith, it's not bad. Don't want that. We have that already. Magic regen, that's no good. So I guess +5 protection's fine. Faith increases the how often Okawaru or Trog give you gifts, so they're pretty decent on gift giving gods. Something invis here. I hold my control button. Right. Debuff Mage. They're a little bit scary, although their scariest spell is usually the electric bolts, which we're resistant to, so they're not as bad. I've got some skeletal warriors here, and yes, that is how Australians say that. I got. Let's switch to our Lek one. I had multiple people note that it's really weird that we say skeletal. I tried to figure out if that's the British English thing or it's just Australians who are strange and say that, and I couldn't. But certainly, everyone I know says skeletal, and if you say skeletal, it just sounds strange to me. What is skeletal? Anyway, language is funny. Book of Air. A couple here that are pretty good. A couple. It's probably just swiftness. Not bad to have in case you need to dash to a stair or something like that. Well, that ring does nothing for us. We are already immune. Alright. D14, let's go. I think we want to go to a new stair. That one was a bit scary. Boggett Shapeshifter. Interesting. I wonder what would happen if that summoned a whole bunch of things and then changed from a Boggett, if they would remain summoned. Probably, right? I don't know. Anyway, Okawaru is giving us a glaive. There's evocations to 5, so I'll stop there. That's good enough for our invis. And that crazy trap just there with the redbacks, which would be very deadly, doesn't do much when you're immune to poison. I'm just going to drop that fruit because I don't want to eat 18 fruit without a repeat previous action button. If I'm starving to death, which I never should be, I'll come back. We just pretend that the fruit didn't matter or didn't exist. More recharging. Oh, okay. We got teleported behind them. That was interesting. Yeah. I'm getting a bit lazy, but against the poison resist enemies, I should be switching to the other, the electric mace. This is kind of a odd situation. I shouldn't let them all hit me at once. Like this, and go heroism. It's our vault's entrance. I feel like we're picking up gold. So I have enough for requirement. I guess that's what we do. Alright. But then what do we get? I think we just go armor. This weapon's pretty good still. Yeah, let's just get armor. A jeweled cloak. A +4 cloak of our poison. Well, I think we just go invis. It's just extra AC, which is the thing you least need on a gargoyle. So Whoops, accidentally did D1. Right. I was trying to hit the $sign, which means go to the deepest floor you've been to, but I accidentally hit hash, which is go to the earliest. So it's taking me to D1. Alright, do our 3s. Haste and Ambrosia, not bad. I like how we just fly across the deep water. It sort of makes that vault a lot easier. A ruined Great Mace, +3 Great Mace of Draining. I think we'll keep using Snakebite. I'm going to drop the protection one though. If I find a brand weapon scroll and I want to use it on the Great Mace, I'll do it on the draining one. Although we have 6 enchant weapon, and I know that there's some more in shops, so I could just enchant that up. We use a hex wand on Nessus because he has very low MR. What did I pick up then? Another Wand of Clouds. Okay. What's with all these uniques having wands of clouds this game? So I could have a close to a yeah, I could have a +9 Great Mace. It only requires 20 skill. Maybe I want to do that. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get our first rune, which I guess will be Swamp. Actually, yeah, I think I'll do that because all the Hydras in Swamp are poison resistant, so the GrCj won't get them. Alright, so we're going to do a bit more maces and flails. I'll focus it. Getting it to 20 isn't that big a deal. So I'm not going to train to 15 and then do the heroism thing. In which case you want to enchant weapon this one. And we have to do them manually. Okay. Alright, we've got a Great Mace now. Let's go to Swamp. +9 Great Mace of Draining. Yeah, you can immediately see the extra damage that we get. And because we fly, we're not really worried about the water in here. We can also invis, because Hydras can't see invis. And because we're flying, we won't be visible in the water. Whereas, normally if you invis without flying, you can be seen. Still want to use our heroism though. Let's not get too cocky. Against one Hydra we're fine. Look at that damage. This is basically a very strong point in the life of our Gargoyle. We've got 44 AC, we've got a +9 Great Mace, and at this stage of the game, physical enemies against 44 AC are not going to hurt us too much. Especially Hydras. Like, they have a lot of attacks, yes, but each individual attack is not really that much damage. So this amount of AC means Hydras aren't too scary. That's a scary monster though. That one is always bonkers. Its attack is acid. I think, I'm not sure. I think it might just be a weird physical type that you can't resist, but maybe it's acid. Anyway, they always hurt. Dawn Hunters, very, very tough enemy. Especially when your AC is so low. Well, XV Louise. Her chance to banish us is only 2%, so I'm happy just fighting her. Yeah, no problem at all. Alright, so we're making very quick work through Swamp. We might be in our extended portion of the video relatively quickly. What did we get gifted? Another Great Mace. Holy Wrath. Wow, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. That may come into our considerations for switching to our late game god, because one of the main reasons you switch to the Shining One is that you get a Holy Wrath weapon, which we just got one, which I'm going to start enchanting up, because we're definitely going to use that in the late game. Can turn off digging. We don't need a million ones of digging. Let's not get hit by a Titanic Slam though, because no matter how much AC you have, those guys will get you. Shatter's interesting. If you have a look at our aptitudes, we have a +2 Earth Magic aptitude, but I don't know, I probably won't do that, but it's a consideration if I wanted to head into magic to kill things in the late game that way. It hurts. I can drop Lignification. I don't know why I'm still picking those up. We have way more AC than you would get anyway, and we don't ever need the protection from poison. /- shows me what I haven't seen yet, which is just Brand Weapon and Silence. I think I'd rather hang on to that. As far as Brand Weapon goes, the two weapons I have, Draining and Holy Wrath, I'm pretty okay with. Like maybe I want to pick up a triple crossbow or something if I find one, and then brand that. So yeah, I'll hang on to that for now. Let's not get Titanic slammed. Okay, good. Split. Oh, we're still dying though. Yeah, it's alright. Those guys are not to be underestimated. They do so much damage if you let them become Titanic Slimes. And I believe that they have something in their code that when they're in a big combination like that, they tend towards their max damage rather than just the average. Something like that. Or so I've been told. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I'm gonna go Heroism. And then if a million Hydras come, I'll invis. I think I should invis anyway. Starting to lose a lot of HP. Alright, we're now invis. So none of these guys can see us. And then we're just gonna wander back and head upstairs and heal. Of course I got caught because Hydras are fast over water. Alright, I'll Heroism before I go down because I know there are Hydras here. Got a new gift. Embroidered robe. No thank you. Where's my crystal plate armor, Oka? These guys make all the trees go berserk, so if you stand next to the trees, you'll take damage from them. And it's irresistible damage, so all our AC does not help us. What are we carrying? I think let's drop the dire flail. Okay, let's do this one. It's silence. Okay, so we don't have brand yet, But I'm still glad we didn't waste this, because silence can be very good against particular uniques. Alright, we're just tabbing away at all this stuff. Bye Susan. I don't think she's that much of a threat to us. Can she see invis? I bet she can. Yes, she can, so there's no point doing that. I'll start fighting her. But I don't think... The main danger is probably this bit with the electricity. But we have our elect, so that's okay. And the Hydra she summoned don't really worry us with all our AC. Alright, some more ID. Let's go... I guess the Wand of Acid. We have a lot of wands actually. Disintegration, especially empty, we don't need. Enslavement, we don't need. Or polymorph. Start again. Disintegration, enslavement, polymorph. They do much the same thing that paralysis does. And I'm going to turn off acid, enslavement, ice blast. Yeah, okay. Done with our inventory management for the moment. I guess we'll go digging again. Wow, okay, so we've got a lot of digging. Very good. That swamp dragon got mited, but still, we still just have way too much AC for it. Dodging to 10. Alright, there's our decaying rune. We're going to keep playing because, as I explained near the end of the last one, for this series, I think at least starting off, I'll do some longer videos so that we can just get towards the extended game. So our other one is Spider's Nest, which not so bad for us because immune to poison and then a lot of AC. Again, showing off why Gargoyle is an extremely strong race. New amulet. What would I want? Not really anything. I'm just gonna drop this. Oops, not that one. Drop the amulet and turn them off. Oh, you can't because it's just unknown jewelry. You can't just turn off amulets. I keep doing that always. Going to what's we call it, heroism there because I don't want to get netted by these guys. And the orb spiders are kind of threatening to me because I have such low HP and they potentially do a lot of damage with their orbs. Alright, we can fly. Awesome. There's a new ring there. Try that out. Plus 5 strength. Doesn't really do anything for us. Well, we should fight these guys and then worry about our inventory. Get curing so that we're not confused against that guy. See how much of our health we took from that one? Fire back on and drop strength. Okay, where the turn we see it, we get corroded 8. I guess we need to heroism too. So these guys are silly. I mean, we don't have our corrode, but still, the turn you get seen to immediately be -8 corrode is pretty nuts. I think entropy weavers are probably the craziest enemy, as in most imbalanced enemy. There's Josephine. We have a lot of RN. We have some innate RN, and then there's RN on our Bear Spirit hat, so her Ghostly Flame doesn't really hurt us. Spider 1. Down to Spider 2. He got netted. Yeah, well, we only got credited for that time. A Ruined Helmet. It's not going to be as good as our Hat of the Bear Spirit. Doesn't really matter what it is. Just as a regular Ruined Helmet. Maybe as a artifact it could be. New gift. Let's just Heroism. Our was a Ruined Flail. Thank you, Oka. So many jumping spiders. There's about 5 at once there. Okay, we've been held. This is a lot of guys at once. Get a Heroism. Get in this corner. And I was considering Invis. Okay, well, we got the Wolf Spider. When it's just the jumping spiders, that's okay. It's more when they hold you next to an enemy with higher base damage that you just get mauled, like a Wolf Spider or an Emperor Scorpion. I don't think we have. No, we don't have Invis. Okay, where's a Ghost Moth coming at us? This tile? Okay, well, we're hitting it. We'll see how we go. We might need to teleport away. Probably not. So it's stealing our stats. You can see here we've lost some strength and int. We killed it. So you don't want to fight them at all if you have, especially like that, just swinging at them invis. If you're, say, a Minotaur with 4 intelligence, because you're likely just to lose them and then get paralyzed from being brainless. But they also do poison damage, which again does not hurt us. The game is so much simpler when you can ignore all poison. I guess we may as well see. Spirit Shield. We have that from our hat already. The one that I don't think I'd wear now, but I would keep would be Resistance. So it gives you a point of RF and a point of RC. He has an Evening Star Donald of Venom. You can just, yeah, didn't need to finesse. An Evening Star is one of the 2 really good one-handed maces, the other being a Demon Whip. But I think I'm happy to go 2-handed weapons. Plus 8 plate armor and ponderousness. That means you move more slowly, which is not something you tend to want. I don't really need to ID this. Okay. So Jorgen is terrifying if you are a Gargoyle, and that's because he has Shatter and also LRD, both of which do extra damage to you as a Gargoyle because you're a statue. So he can, especially if you don't fly, so you take less shatter damage when you're flying. He can probably one-shot you most of the time when you see him, but all these spells require being able to speak. So if we read a Scroll of Silence, he now does nothing to us. As long as we kill him before the silence runs out, which it is. We got him. Very, very, very scary as a Gargoyle. Oh, we got a Crystal Plate Armor. Interesting. We have 5 Scrolls of Enchant Armor. So it would take us, it'd give us quite a bit extra AC. 46-13 to 50-10, and then we can enchant it at least 5. We then don't have RC. I feel like our armor situation is fine because we have 46, which is already an insane amount for this stage in the game. So I think I'd rather have the resistance because I'm thinking more about the extended game where I'm gonna have to fight panlords with that do lots of cold damage and stuff. So I might want to have something like gold dragon armor. It's not like a 3-rune game where as long as you have 1 point of protection from cold, that's probably the most that you'll ever really need. Against the cold panlords, you want as much as you can get. As in, you want all 3 points if you can. And Antaeus, who's a Hell Lord as well, he does a very large amount of cold damage. More ID. We don't really want any of those. I'm just going to put this protection of magic on just so I can find out whether it's cursed or not, so that now it will stop coming up when I go to read an ID scroll. Good thing I got my priorities straight. I'm going to throw out this Wand of Flame, and then let's go do Spider 4. At which point we'll have 2 runes, which is not bad work for... I know that they've been a bit longer than normal, but for 2 episodes, 2 runes is pretty good for me so far. We are confused. That's fine. Ugh. Alright, we're getting super corroded again. Now we can fight him. We're minus 16. Barely. Minus 20. We still have 26 AC. Even with minus 20, that's pretty strong. It's more that our weapon doesn't do much. Okay, so we're confused and everything is zerking. I want to go invis immediately. I got confused again. This is going bad. Invis? Okay, that's fine. None of these guys can see invis, at least the zerking ones that matter. So, and I want to go heroism now. Okay. It doesn't matter how strong you are. When enemies go berserk, they will kill you. Because they get, they're faster, so they get more attacks, and they get the might. Which for monsters, might means 150% damage. Here they go again. Let's invis. Third time lucky. I'll hit the Moth of Wrath first. It's the most dangerous one. For that reason. So yeah, 150 damage on mighted enemies. Don't ever underestimate might on a monster. Or unique. When Donald mites, he is no joke. He will stump you. Let's go invis again. There we go. Let's hit the Entropy Weaver. It can see invis, so it will continue to corrode us. And I just remembered that ghost moths don't see invis, so that's a good tech against them too. They won't drain your mana if they can't see you either. Oh man, this guy is the Usain Bolt of orb spiders. He was flying. So we feel our power leaking away, which tells us there's a... I just named it. A ghost moth. So we'll try to invis, and we got it before we ran out. So now it will stop... it will stop taking our mana. Okay, good. And then none of these guys can see invis either, so it's very strong against them, although we're becoming invisible and there's still a lot, so I'm going to go finesse as well for double speed attacks. We're back in view, so now we're getting Ghost Moth. I'm swinging at the Ghost Moth rather than the Redback, because if I kill the Redback, then the Emperor Scorpion will switch there, so then I'll have a Ghost Moth and an Emperor Scorpion hitting me at the same time. There we go. Got it. There's another one. Okay. So then how do we find it? Neither of us can see each other. We feel dopey. Well, we got that one, but there's a second one. We're socking something. Bludgeon something. Got it. Alright, well we got our second rune, which is pretty good. Random Tarantella shows up. And if we get the Moth of Wrath, good. Before it gets all those redbacks. The redbacks aren't as scary as wolf spiders. It's the berserk wolf spiders or emperor scorpions that are the worst. Agnes. If I just heroism, should be fine. Her weapon is protection, so even though she hits really fast, it's not like she has a distortion or something. Or draining, it's just gonna wreck us. Where'd it go? We're like ships in the night. Which makes you wonder. Someone else brought this question up, but it's a really good one. If ghost moths are invisible and they can't see invisible, how do they mate? It's a very... Oh boy, let's not get hit by all of those. Alright, so that's our second rune. I think we'll wrap that one up there. In the next one we'll be heading into vaults, I guess. So we're doing vaults 1 to 4. Join me for that one. See you later.